long hair, metal fan, no money on the dole. She's a very bright girl, my wife. She's got like an honours degree, etc. She was a teacher. She got a job before I got a job, and she was teaching in York, and I was on the dole, and she was supporting me and all that stuff. And I was living with my mum's house still. I lived at home until I was 33, because I just had no money to go anywhere else. And she was kind of saying, don't you think she could? I said, no, I was at home. So then lo and behold, I got this job at Rare. I was like, oh, I've got to move away now. So I had to move from Yorkshire down to Midlands, which is probably about 100 miles, something like that. Yes, I mean, distance here is so incredible compared to distance in the UK. You can drive 10 hours here, you can drive 10 hours in the UK, you just fall off the end into the sea. So I just moved down to Ashby de la Zouch, where I've got a kind of this tiny little place to live, and just start looking at Rare. And she sort of said to me, she said, now you've got a job. She said, I'm working in York, which is 100 miles away. I said, really, actually, would get a job there, or maybe she'd be over. It'd be like that. I said, oh, I see. So I said, oh, well, maybe you can move down. So then she moved down, moved in with me, and then we got married after that. And lived in Ashby for a while. And then got a couple of kids now as well, so we're all over here in sunny Baltimore.
Was she actually pretty relieved when you got
a job?
Rare? Yeah.
I think so. I mean, she obviously it meant me moving away for a while, so I spent probably a year away, going back every weekend to see her and my family and stuff. I think she was just pleased that I'd found. Plus the fact, I was absolutely so excited about being at Rare. I can't put into words like that. To be in that company was unbelievable. Team Stamper. A lot of people at the company went off the Stampers. I'm a fierce advocate of those people. They are fantastic. Tim Stamper, Chris Stamper, absolutely phenomenal people. Tim has got such a massive drive about him. He'd come and see you. I'd be writing music for Magic, he would come in and go, yeah, he'd always go, God, that's great, yeah, but what if he just did? There was a what if he did. There was a what if, always. And you go, oh, shit, I wish I thought of that. It's always like that, And it's, I remember spending, he would never give up, I remember spending, with that silly way they talk about that kind of, that kind of thing. Getting that to sound right, and I know it doesn't sound great, but to sound right took absolutely forever. And he'd sit there maybe for three hours going, no, another sample for another one in, no, it'd be like that, and two would kind of both go, that sounds about right. So, and it's bizarre, like, my band just got one sample, I think, or two samples that uses to speak, another crowd said, got lots of other samples. It's bizarre, it worked. And like the whale, what's a whale called? Is it called Mobies? What's a whale called? Clanker? Clanker. That's just when a banjo sample slowed right down at the bottom, because we've had no space for samples. You have to reuse samples over and over again, all that kind of stuff. And most of the baddies are me going, or whatever, something like that. But, no, I mean, Tim Stamper is a phenomenal power in the industry, and when they left Rare a year and a half ago, Christmas time, I think it was. It must have been last Christmas, gone. And I was very sad to see them go, I'm hoping that the rumour is that they're going to start another company, and I hope they do. I think they've still got a lot to give. Chris and Tim are brilliant people, and really, absolutely, to do what they've done, to do ultimately play the game into Rare, and to be massively successful, and every single time they've done it, and make loads of money, is incredible. To keep that drive going all that time, over all those 25 years, is incredible. And they're still as psyched about games now as they were then, and they're 40-odd year, I'm 40-odd, but they're 40-odd year blokes who don't need to work ever again. They've got millions of pounds and huge mansions, but they still want to get in. They're still at work. I know they're still up at the old Rare Manor farmhouse, 9 till 5, every day of the week, still now. I don't know what they're doing, but that's what, not seriously, but I know they're up there. Because the new Rare got built a mile down the road from the old Rare, so we all pass it on the way to work in the morning. So we see them going in. And they're there every day, 9 till 5. I'm guessing they're doing small games, but they haven't got a team, they've just got them two. But, I wish them all the best.
Is there...
Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Well, you were talking about being a big metal head.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you've been to the jam space yet.
I haven't, I must admit, the trouble is, because I have a wife and children, and we've only got one car at the moment, because bloody America, your credit rating here kind of thing, and I've had to start from zero again, because even I'm 46 and I've been, etc. I've had to start from zero, so I can't get a car loan and all that nonsense, so it's just a tragedy. So I've got one car, so I can't really stay here too long, because my wife's sat in the tiny apartment going, with the kids going, oh my God, I can't take any more. I've got a 6-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. And because our house in the UK hasn't sold, because of the climate, we can't buy a house here yet, so we're just stuck in limbo really. So that's why I can't get that. I did nip in last night quickly to see, but I just haven't got the time to be here. That's the trouble. So I drove back last night and drove back in this morning. No, so I haven't. But I mean, there's one guy on my MySpace site. I always forget his name. He does metal versions of quite a bit of my stuff. He's done his metal version of Mad Monster Mansion is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's really drop D. It's just absolutely tremendous. And it makes my stuff sound good, honestly. I mean, it really does. I'm quite impressed. God, it doesn't sound fun, does it? So I've got some really brilliant versions of my stuff. I mean, every composer, sound designer, I have to say that as well, like me, types their name into Google and to YouTube every now and then to see what's going on. And there's loads of stuff pops up with people playing piano. And funny, the Grunty's theme used to be the one that everyone wants to play, that kind of Teddy Bear's Picnic thing. Everyone seems to want to play that on the piano. I don't know why. And there's loads of people playing that on there. That's great. That's fun. I don't really see, because I haven't played Nuts and Bolts, because I just left before it got finished. I did 2 versions of the kind of Grunty theme. A kind of general chase one that happens in the challenges in the game, but I did a really big epic one for I thought Grunty's Final Challenge. I just got a funny feeling that isn't in the game. I think it might be in the credits music, but I don't think it's in the game. It's a shame. I don't know that for definite, but I don't think it's in there. Because someone mailed me and said, "Why isn't this the main thing in the credits in the game?" So perhaps it's in there. But I'll put it on my website when I finally do it in 10 years' time. But no, I haven't been to Jazz Space. But I know Dominic, my friend here, runs it. So
so I was going to mention, after the Stampers left Rare, because you almost made it a point to mention how cool it was to have them actually kind of come in, look at what you're doing and make suggestions and really have kind of a hands-on approach for seeing how the development was going.
Yeah.
Did you feel you felt there was a huge difference once they finally left Rare?
Well, what happened was it was sort of prior to that really. I'd say Tim and Chris probably not lost, but had to stop having actual hands-on the games quite a long time before that. They were, once they got back with Microsoft, they had to run the company, they had a lot of business to deal with, and they stopped having as much input on the game, especially, and Tim is the one I'd say more than anything.
Did you feel it hurt?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I mean, I would probably. I'd probably say the day Tim stopped having hands on the games was the day that Rare started its decline. I'll have to say that. There's a lot of people at Rare, but Tim has always got that massive spark. Tim is a real live wire, can either be completely wrong or completely right. And when he was right, it was absolutely ball-breakingly fantastic. Really nothing like it. I've never experienced it again, and it's just a real fantastic. When he's involved in it, he's really a real switched-on guy. And I think when they stopped being able to really keep their hands on the games all the time, that's when things started to go wrong. But I still maintain to this day, Rare's a great place to work, and it's got lots and lots of fabulous people there who are really good at doing what they do, in all departments, design, you name it, programming, everything. It's just been misdirected. And I don't mean by the staff at Rare. Just after Microsoft bought Rare, Ed Freeze quit. Ed Freeze, in my opinion, was the only guy in the entire Microsoft Game Studios network who knew anything about games. I don't think anybody else at Microsoft knew anything about games. Ken Lobb, of course, is there now, does know about games. I don't think, having Shane Kim as head of MGS is ridiculous. He's no longer head of Phil Spencer's now head of MGS. I just thought that was, it's hard for me to say this stuff really because it's a bit political, but I think Microsoft don't know